The spokesperson for the New Zealand immigration minister has clarified that the new immigration policy is aimed at putting the Kiwis first. High-skilled workers will be welcome to migrate to the country, but the new rules will ensure that local businesses give priority to the New Zealand population. The changes effectively are aimed at improving the quality of migrants into the country. For more on that, let's now go across to my colleague Mohammed Saleh, who joins us on the phone line. Saleh, what exactly do we know about this at this stage? But it does look like a protectionist move on part of New Zealand.
That's actually correct, Neha. Now, what is happening is we first saw this happen in the United States and then in Australia, and now even New Zealand has come forth with this policy where they're saying that, look, we will put the Kiwi population first, and it is important for us to look after the interests of our own youth population, which is seeking for employment. And what they've also stated, the wording in which they've phrased it is very interesting. They've said that the new rules are aimed at bringing in only high-quality migrants into New Zealand. So it's only those people who earn above a certain limit in terms of the wages that they get, in terms of their qualifications, who will be allowed in to migrate to New Zealand. So it makes it that much more difficult for those people who are seeking to migrate more permanently. And also what is now going to happen, Neha, is that the spouses and the children of those people who wanted to go along with the person who is earning, even they will have restrictions. The spouses and children will not be allowed to accompany the person who is earning to New Zealand. Although what New Zealand has clarified is that those people who seek to migrate to New Zealand to seek education, they will not be affected. It is only those people who seek to go and work there who are going to be affected there.
All right. Thanks very much, Saleh, for getting us those details. I'm told we can also go across to our Foreign Affairs editor, Geeta Mohan, who has more on that story. All right, we are still waiting for Geeta to join us, but Saleh, if I could come back to you for a moment. As you mentioned, it was first the US and then Australia, now New Zealand. We've already seen these trends in several European countries, whether it was Brexit that, the people of Britain voted for last year, shocking the rest of the world, or whether it is the far-right voices that are now emanating from France. This really does seem to be the order of the day. All right, Saleh, we'll come back to you in just a moment. I'm told Geeta Mohan is live with us now. Geeta, if you can hear me, like we were saying, first it was the US, then Australia, now New Zealand. Of course, you also had a Brexit last year that left the rest of the world shocked, and also the far-right voices that are emanating from countries like France and becoming stronger by the day. So it looks like one Western country after another, Geeta, is turning the clock back, as it were, on globalization, and protectionism really seems to be the order of the day.
Well, that's right. Protectionism certainly, Neha, seems to be the order of the day. This is a NewsX exclusive. The Immigration Office of New Zealand has responded to specific queries of NewsX, and in that very specifically one, they have mentioned that yes, there is a problem with people seeking permanent residency in New Zealand, and that will not be allowed. Visas and the kind of changes that we're looking at over here would amount to only limited a period of time of a visa availability for those who want to go to New Zealand and work. Also, more importantly, in very specific details and conversations with the Immigration Office, to which they responded, they have said that Indian High Commissioner was briefed about this entire decision and policy change, as were many other High Commissioners and ambassadors from various other countries. India has been informed. This is first on NewsX. India has been informed by the New Zealand authorities on the policy changes. Also on the impact on foreigners, the various changes announced or proposed will have different impacts on temporary migrants and those aspiring to live permanently in New Zealand. Overseas students studying in New Zealand will be able to get their visas, but it is about the skilled and unskilled workers over here, Neha, where the New Zealand immigration authorities are making a differentiation, also trying to put a block. It's not just about Kiwis first, it's also about, and while they have explained that it is about Kiwis first, it is not just about that. It's also about closing the doors on many who want to take permanent residency in New Zealand, saying that will become mightier difficult for those who are looking at permanent residency in New Zealand. So that's the first information coming in, an exclusive response from the New Zealand Immigration Office, the spokesperson himself responding to various questions. On the question on impact on skilled Indian workers seeking employment, they said that it will mean skilled Indian workers with a well-paid job offer in New Zealand in a skills shortage area. Again, Neha, they're only saying that it has to be Kiwis first. Only if there is a shortage of skilled labor in that area will visas be given. And that also remains unaffected only if there is shortage in that entire area. Residents may still have the right to live and work in New Zealand, but this will be for a limited time only. So very specific details coming in from the New Zealand Immigration Office, Neha, which very clearly spells out the way New Zealand is also headed, this after the United States of America and taking a leap out of Australian visa policy changes as well. While Australia is only talking about revision of its policies, New Zealand certainly has made rules quite stringent and also is now looking at not allowing or screening people even before allowing.
Right. All right, Geeta, thanks very much for joining us with all those details on that exclusive story.